escalating tensions in the Middle East, reports suggest that the U.S. president has dialed the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. According to White House officials, he spoke on the phone ahead of Trump's Situation Room meeting. So amid the tensions in the Middle East, Trump has dialed Netanyahu, speaking over the phone. Remember, President Trump was at the G7 summit. He cut short the visit abruptly and said that he has to return to Washington because of the escalating tensions. And now US and Israel are in close contact, with reports suggesting that Trump has dialed Netanyahu and is continuing to pressure Iran to surrender. In fact, Trump has also put out details on social media. We have Yeshaya Rosenman joining us from Israel on the situation on the spot. He is joining us from Jerusalem. Thank you for joining us. What is the situation there currently, Yeshaya?
Currently, it's a quiet morning. The streets is less traffic since there are roadblocks in certain places, certain areas. People are reticent to come outside, but all in all, since Friday night, Iran has been launching ballistic missiles every night. The barrages in the last 2 nights have been a fewer number. 2 nights ago, it was 30 missiles, and last night, 2 nights ago, it was 10 missiles, and last night it was 30 missiles, as opposed to over 100 in the first nights. So Israel said they have taken out at least half of Iran's ballistic missile capabilities, launchers and missiles. And Iran may possibly be running out of options to strike Israel.
Okay, I want to ask you, on the significance of this for Israel. How does Israel view Iran's nuclear program and the security threat that it poses for Israel and Israelis? Because as this attack was launched on Iran as well, Israel had said very clearly that we don't want a Holocaust 2.0, which is why the attack was being undertaken by Israel. So how does Israel view this security threat?
Yes, so the Israeli public almost unanimously supports the war. The opposition leaders have voiced their support for the war as well. Everyone except for the Arab parties, because for the very same reason you mentioned. Israelis agree with Prime Minister Netanyahu that this is an existential threat. Iranian leadership, the supreme leader and the prime minister, formerly Prime Minister Ahmadinejad and others, consistently voice threats that they will eliminate Israel, they will wipe Israel off the map, and Israeli citizens believe them. As is Prime Minister Netanyahu, it is a revolutionary regime that does not take normative political calculations. It is a revolutionary regime that wants to bring global dominance of their revolutionary brand of Islam, and Israelis see this as an existential threat and fully support the war.
Okay, all right. Israel has said that the nuclear program in Iran is an existential threat for Israel, which is why it needs to derail it. Do stay on with us. We will speak about the United States, whether it is going to bolster its support to Israel or not. And if at all there is an agreement between US and Iran, what does this mean for Israel? In fact, in the latest social media post, the first since the US President Donald Trump's threat of unconditional surrender to Iran, the Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has also issued a warning to Israel on social media X. And he has put out a short message on X that says, "The battle begins." And minutes later, Khamenei posted another warning to Israel, which said, and I quote, "We must give a strong response to the terrorist Zionist regime. We will show the Zionists no mercy." So this is a message that has come in from Iran. The United States is looking at supporting Israel, but at the same time is also asking for Iran to be a part of the negotiation table.